Kira, how is this possible? Seriously. Wow, that's amazing. Guys, Kira is going to show us how to have Windows on our smartphone without needing remote desktop. Let's see. Lovely people, we're actually going to have Windows in the palm of our hands on our smartphone. Obviously, this method only works for Android. Okay, for now, but we'll see one for iOS and the Apple ecosystem soon. For this, we're gonna need what's required right from the start, and it's that quick. Yes, Hyper-V. If you don't know what Hyper-V is, I'll leave a playlist down below so you can enable it on your Windows 11 or Windows 10. Once we're inside Hyper-V, we're quickly going to go to where it says New. We're going to create a virtual machine, and inside that virtual machine, we're basically going to set it up. I'm going to name it Windows 365 here, okay? Omicron, go ahead, just like that. That's it. All right. I'm going to set a folder that's separate from the root directory. In my case, I created a folder directly on local disk C. In vMIS, that's where specifically we're going to save it. We select it, then click next. It has to be generation 1, no exceptions. Next. And let's give it about 4 gigs of RAM, 2048. No problem. Let's remember above all that this is an x86 architecture. The maximum amount of RAM I could assign would be 3 gigs. All right, very well. Next. Now let's go ahead and assign it the WAN network. Or in this case, the default switch, whichever you prefer, whichever you decide. It's fine. There's no problem with that, okay? Let's click next here and let's set its capacity to, what do you think? 32 gigabytes, 60, whatever you think is necessary. I'm going to set it to the minimum for now, 32 gigabytes. You can give it a bit more, but it all depends on the internal storage you have on your smartphone. All right, next. Here I'm going to assign the ISO. And as the second step in this, you will definitely need a Windows ISO, which, as I mentioned, should be x86 architecture, equivalent to 32 bits, okay? You can download it directly. Where? From Media Creation Tools, or if not, you can download the one we have here in the Omicron community in the Windows ISO section. Yeah. I'm going to select it. Here it is. I have what is Windows 365 x 86. I'm going to open it. Like I said, that ISO is available for the whole OWL community, for all of Omicron. So join the WhatsApp and also the Discord group. You'll find it there. Next, and we're done. Once we've done all this, we go straight back to our Hyper-V. Here it is. I'm going to right click on the virtual machine, go to settings, and here we're just going to assign it 2 cores. Apply. We'll leave the 2 gigabytes of RAM as they are. And here we go to checkpoints to disable the checkpoint. Apply. And finally, under integration services, we need to enable guest services. Apply, accept. With that, we've pretty much finished the second stage. Double click on the machine. Okay. This small window will pop up on this side. I'll minimize it. And we're going to start up our machine. We will then proceed to configure and utilize it for our specific tasks and operations. Now here, we're going to do everything, absolutely everything we always do in a post-installation, right? Also, an improvement with this TU that I'm sharing in the group is that it's supercharged and really well optimized. So believe me, it'll bring any old dinosaur back to life. I'll leave a link down below in the video description so you can see what Windows 365 means and what it's for. All right? I don't have a product key. And that's right, guys. As a bonus for everything that's coming and as a Christmas gift to close out 2023, we have a complete TU with several fully featured versions and, of course, in x86 architecture, right? Let's choose this one, which, as I said, is more based on it's closer to 365. We click there, next, okay? We accept the license terms, next, advanced, and then we click next. And now all we have to do is wait, just with any post-installation. Here, guys, we are going to click on what is now, well, in this case, if you install the version I did, which was the Enterprise VDI or multi-version, this type of operating system is truly a gem. Set a password, or you can just leave it as it is. We're done. And one of the great things about Windows 365, which is based on VDI Enterprise, is that it gets rid of that annoying bloatware. You also won't get feature updates that could compromise the system's stability, the essential, fundamental, and especially security updates, which is what I like about 365. Look, there we pretty much have it already. I'm going to close the enhanced version for a moment. I click yes. And what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to fully update both the store and, well, our Windows settings. I'm going to navigate here to the maximize option and then proceed to the update and security section. From there, we will meticulously check for any available system updates. And as I previously mentioned, it's also crucial to ensure that all the applications within the Microsoft Store are thoroughly updated to their latest versions for optimal performance and security. Once everything is updated, guys, now we can pretty much close the store, we can close Windows Update, and now all the applications are updated. We can see it without any issues. You saw it, even the icons changed, and obviously the store now shows us the current version as well. Very well. Now, I want to close this. Let's shut down our computer. Let's click shut down, then continue and shut down. I did it with Windows 365. However, when it comes to the ISO, you can use whichever distribution you want, right? It can be with Pro, Home, any version you have in the TU that I just shared in the Discord group, or the one you downloaded from the media creation tools. You can do it with any version of Windows, okay? For convenience, and also because of all the optimization that Windows VDI 365 has, is much better for me, all right? Personally. I'm gonna close this, all right? And you go directly to the Discord group to download this file, okay? Which is an APK. Remember that the APK extension is compatible with all types of Android ecosystems, all right? So that's it. Let's also go to this PC, local DC, VMs, and here where it says Windows 365, which is the virtual machine I just created in Hyper-V. Let's go to virtual hard disk, and I'm gonna copy this file that ended up being, how big? 11 gigabytes, right? You can see it there, a little less, right? Perfect. I'm gonna take this and transfer this file directly to where? To my smartphone. Let's transfer it. I'm going to connect it. Preferably use your data transfer cable. Okay, there. I've connected it now. Perfect. I'm going to open another tab here. There's my phone. I'm going to tell the phone to allow file transfer. There it is. Do you see? All set. That's it. Very good. Now I'm going to double click here. And once I'm inside, I go directly to the download section. Download here. And I'm going to put it here. Okay. I'm going to paste it here. Basically, I'm going to transfer it, right click. I'm going to copy the disk. I'm going to paste it. Very good, friends. Windows 365 has now been copied. And now what I'm going to do is copy the other file you downloaded from Discord. Let's copy this file. Right click, copy. And we're also going to transfer it directly to our smartphone. Done. It's been copied, guys. Okay. Now let's go to the phone. Once we've switched over to our smartphone, okay, we're going to open up our, file manager, right? Or wherever we can obviously find all the subfolders of our system. In this case, I have the section called My Files. What device am I using? It's a Samsung Galaxy. So if I go here to My Files, then I go to the folder where I put the download section. That's where I placed it. And here we have the first thing, which is the VMDK. Okay. I'm going to move this one directly. Okay. To a directory where I obviously have the APKs. All right. I'm going to put it here. All right. There, I click on it. Okay. That's it. It already detected it as a file. All right. So what are we going to do? I'm going to see if I can click with the, because I noticed that when I use my finger, you can see where I go in and where I go out. Right. So I'm going to click here on download directly, or go back. I'm going to go here to other central download, APK. I'm going to double click here. It says, for your security, the phone is not currently allowed to install unknown apps from this source, right? You can change this option in settings. Let's go to settings, and here are my files, done. Now, let's hit install, done. The app has been installed successfully. We're going to click open right away, okay? Here are basically the license terms, everything it gives us. We click OK, there's no issue, we accept the terms, right? And accept. Perfect. We click accept, and that's it. We pretty much already have this nice, you could say virtualizer, right? Now, let's create our machine. Let's click on it here in now. Okay. Well, I'm going to do it, sorry, here with the mouse. Is that okay? Hey. Now, have you seen? I'm going to go to what is called new. Okay, that's it. And we're going to give the machine a name. Okay. Let's put the Omicron 365. Is that okay? There we click on create. It will automatically ask us for a distribution. We select a custom one. Once we have this here, we're going to click on Word. And here we're going to play around with some parameters. Okay. Here, where it says machine type, it has to be PC, obviously. For the CPU, we're going to choose the one that says YUV bridge. Okay. Let's look for it. Here it is. YUV or Y bridged. There we have it. And for the cores, I'm going to assign 4 cores since my phone allows it. No problem. It says not to allocate more CPU than what we have on our host device. I'm going to click accept. Okay. And for RAM, I'm going to assign my 2048 megabytes without any problem, since my device, my Galaxy has 6, so that's more than enough 2048. I'm going to remove what's called TSTSC. Let's take that out and enable MTTCG. This needs to be enabled, we accept, and perfect. We've now finished configuring the virtual hardware settings. Now, let's click here so that it minimizes. Okay? There we go. And now let's move on to the next part. The disks. Inside the disk section, we're going to click where it says no. Okay? We're going to click on open. Getting hot chocolate. And of course, we're going to select our VHDX from the folders. In my case, here it is, the one named Win 365 Oyron VHDX. We select it. Here it's going to show me an error because it doesn't allow me to load it directly from the downloads direct. I'll have to move my VHDX to another location. I'm going to click accept. Here, basically, I'm going to go straight to the part, right? My disk manager. I'll go to downloads and move this directly into the Decimi personal profile. Okay. I'm going to move this file directly. I will move it. I'll click the move option and then take it straight to the Decimi folder, right? This is located within the internal storage of the device. There it is. Decimi. And we're going to paste it right out here. We basically click move here. There we have it. Did you see? It's that simple. Now, I'm going to go back to the app and select no open, and we'll take them over there. I'll go to Victor Sanchez and then to Decime. And here we find finally the part for what? For Windows 365. It's already selected. Did you see? Here we go. Next, let's go straight to the part for what? For bootable, right? Let's minimize this, the disk section. And now we go to the boot section, okay? Here one is selected by default. Instead of default, you're gonna set it to hard disk. Next, you're gonna go to the section with the dots again, and go to settings and scroll down directly here where it says advanced in high priority. Okay, we check it. There it is. Tonight, we basically go back, and now let's go up. Okay, and we click here on play. We click allow in your heart soul. But if you don't want to tell me now, and guys, there it is. We now have Windows on our smartphone without any problem. You can see it on the screen. There it is. In fact, you can see that I'm moving the pointer, maybe not here on the camera where I am, but they're seeing it directly on the desktop, right? Of course, this is obviously going to work much better on a high-end or ultra premium device, right? On phones like a modest one, like the one I have, which is a Galaxy A71, well, there we might do, it would be more of an experimental method, okay? It might also be worth trying to run, I don't know, a 32-bit Windows 7, an 8.1, or an XP, right? And see how it responds. But yes, it is possible to install Windows 10 on x86 architecture. That's all for now. Remember, learn and share knowledge. I invite you to join all our social media, and Thanks to the knowledge here from the wonderful Akira, we now have Windows on a smartphone without needing to rely on remote desktop, which at some point I feel would be more practical. But there you have it, okay? Let me know your thoughts in the comments whether this is useful for you, if you would use it, and under what circumstances. See you next time. Until next time. And remember, share this video tutorial with a friend, it might just save their life. See you next time.